Episode of the discussion because, well, it's official now. Because this is episode 6. What did you expect? Alright, welcome to this episode's topic, and it's about field trips. Oh boy, so let's just straight get into this. So, field trips. I've been in at least probably around 8 or 7 in my life. I think 8. So, but I've been through a lot, and honestly, I think a lot of us can say in school field trips when it's on a school day are pretty good because you get to skip the whole class and pretty much not really learn anything. But some trips you have to take notes and stuff like that. But depending on the trip, you can either have fun or you can just basically struggle and just starve yourself the whole time. And basically, almost every field trip basically has, either you carry money with you because you usually go out somewhere that has a cafe or restaurant, or you just pack up a school lunch. But I'm pretty sure most of us are actually not going to have the school lunch or pack our own lunch. So I'm going to talk about the major ones. So in my Avid class, I had 2 field trips last year and this year. So that's 4. But both trips, actually all 4 of them, were technically the same. The first 2 were to Knott's, which was only Avid Kids event, and then the other one, which was like 2 months ago, which I was gonna get to, was to UCLA, and to keep in mind what day this was a day I posted. I believe it was a meme animation. I can't remember. I think, I don't know, I can't remember about it, but it was an animation meme that I posted. But that field trip was honestly pretty kind of I mean, because we were gonna go to this festival type of thing to UCLA, and on the way there I was just listening to music. We got there and I didn't eat anything for a while because we were also exploring the sort of campus thing, so I got to see a bunch of like shops and little stores, but they didn't really have anything. So we eventually left to the mini stadium thing to play some mini games and such. I won a badge, pencil, a sticker. I think I actually do have a sticker. I do have the pencil, so this is it. Yeah, the UCLA. I mean, it's backwards technically, but that's one of the souvenirs I got. And I also had a lanyard, but this isn't the lanyard. So, but that was the field trip. We went to the stadium to go see women's gymnastics, and honestly, it was pretty cool. I did go and get popcorn and soda, which was pretty cheap actually, especially for a large popcorn and for a large soda, which was only 25 cents more. So it was pretty much worth it. And I had to say the rest of the trip was pretty alright. Nothing really bad happened. I just had a bit of a headache because I didn't eat anything. But I had to say it was a pretty good trip. But I do have a majors trip coming up, so I may make a video on that. And then after that, I have my end of the year trip. So that will be cool. So let's actually get into another one. This next story basically happens in 7th grade at the first trip of the year. Basically, we did these fundraiser things. The first one that we did was a readathon to raise money. Basically, only a few kids that actually donated or had perfect attendance and no referrals basically got to go. So I did go, obviously, and it was to Palm Springs Desert, along with that to like a festival thing. And honestly, I do have to say that was a pretty good trip because I had a souvenir, and it's wolf ears, but I mean, I don't want to bring up that furry stuff again. But I did see a bunch of animals. I took pictures, and like I said, I have all of it. But I mean, that would waste time to actually get that stuff. But yeah, I do have it actually. But regardless, I kind of think that the trips were not really that bad, and I kind of made it seem because I'm a little bit pessimistic and a little bit optimistic. But I still pretty much somewhat tried to have fun. So really, the trip was, we went to the art museum, and for someone like me, because I still drew back then, looking at all these abstract pieces were like, okay, this is a good design choice. Like, if you've been to an art museum, you'd see the weird things that they make. Like a clear glass statue, a painting of a single dot, which I don't call that art, that's just a dot. Like a perfect dot. We have digital tools. Like, that makes it better. And my friend, we'll call him Oreo because I'm not using his name, but this is his YouTube channel name. He touched one of the art pieces, and one security guard nearby came up to us and was like, "Hey, don't touch that." So we walked onto another piece, and the security were just watching us, eyeing us, like just watching us, because my friend triggered the security card and they thought that we were gonna steal. So they were just keeping their eye on us. Like only our group, I looked around and I would see the guards just looking at my group. It was like, damn, like why? You got them on our case. They think we're gonna steal? Some seventh graders are gonna steal some art piece? I mean, I wouldn't actually steal it because it serves no purpose to me. Unless it's the Mona Lisa, then I would get it. But no, I'm not gonna. No. There's a last trip that I'm gonna talk about, and this one was actually my first trip I made in my life. This was in kindergarten, or preschool actually. It was in preschool, and we went to this petting zoo thing. It was pretty cool. It was a cloudy day, so nothing really bad happened. I can't remember. But I remember this one part. At the end of the trip, there was a fence type of thing in a field. So basically, our teacher came up with the idea of running back and forth, touching the fence, and running across the field. We did that, I don't know for what goal or accomplishment, so we were running in a straight line so that we don't run into each other. Unfortunately, one boy who was beside me, I was running in his direction and he was running in my direction, and he accidentally runs into me. And unfortunately, when I got back up, I felt a pain in my mouth, and yep, you guessed it, a tooth fell out. So while my mom was cleaning up the blood from my mouth, the teacher and the students were busy finding my tooth in the lost grass. So, I lost a tooth that day, but I was pretty fine afterwards. It was just like, it kind of hurt. But he ran into me, and it could have been worse. It could have been lodged into my gums or something. But that didn't happen. But, oh my god. These field trips were pretty wild, but it's not going to be as wild when I get to my high school years and such. But I'm pretty sure if you guys have any field trip stories, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, if you have any video topics for me to suggest to talk about, then let me know in the comment section below, and I'll feature your comment along with a shout out with that. So without further ado, make sure you leave a like, subscribe as always. Expect a Q&A very soon, and yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.